Hi everyone, this is Fred on Spirit Reflections, and this is part of our 81 episode exploration of the book Tao of Leadership, a modern adaptation of the ancient Chinese text Tao Te Ching, written by Lao Tzu over 500 years BC. And today we're going to read chapter 45 and follow by a short comment and meditation to help get your day off to a great start. I'd love to hear from you. What do you think of these ideas and these teachings? Let me know in the comments below. And if you haven't yet, please like and subscribe to Spirit Reflections on YouTube. It's free to do so, and it really helps us a lot. So, chapter 45 is entitled Appearing Foolish. The best work often seems idiotically simple to group members who are unaccustomed to this sort of leadership. Yet, a great deal happens. Perhaps it looks as if the leader is only sitting there and has no idea of what to do. But it is just this lack of needless intervention that permits the group to grow and be fertile. Perhaps some disappointed group member expected an expert who would expound freely. But what this leader says is so obvious, it often sounds simple-minded. Even this leader's honesty seems strangely perplexing. Appearing foolish does not matter. When you are cold, you flap your arms about to get warm. But when you are overheated, you keep still. That is common sense. The leader's stillness overcomes the group's agitation. The leader's consciousness is the primary tool of this work. In our technological lives of today, we are very much dazzled by short bites of spectacular, sensationalist information. And it's very easy for us to get hooked onto conditioning our brains to just want to consume that because we get an immediate kick, right, of dopamine and other substances in our brain that gives us that good feeling. And it's often the dull, slow, maybe tedious, yet constant work that chisels away at a brute rock that's going to become a beautiful sculpture. But that's not the kind of work that many of us want to endure. And we just want immediate results. And so, as it says in this chapter, there may be times when a group member will expect the leader to be spectacular, sensationalist, and wow them out of their skins. And yet, they might get a big disappointment if they approach the group or the work in that kind of expectation, right? And as it says here, it doesn't matter to appear foolish because the consciousness, the presence, the calmness, the inner stillness of the leader is what actually allows the space for the group to be fertile, to grow. The leader trusts himself, herself, therefore that trust expands naturally out into the group, and the group conducts itself. And the consciousness and presence of the leader is simply there to facilitate the process, as opposed to micromanage with constant interventions, explanations, formulas, too much material, right? And this analogy of when you are cold, you flap your arms about to get warm. So there's a need to warm our bodies when we are cold. And when you are overheated, you keep still. This idea of being overheated is with the inner fire of spiritual trust, the spiritual fuel that keeps our center grounded, that keeps our heart grounded. And so we naturally are able to stay still. And that radiation of the spiritual sun within that we are in contact with allows the lights to expand outward, those rays to shine outward, but without shining back to the ego or the personality of the leader for self-aggrandizement. It's simply foolish, simple, down-to-earth, spontaneous, calm, and naturally allows and facilitates the process. So The appearing foolish is a great reminder for our ego-centered personality of the material world to learn to decondition itself, to let go of wanting to look good, wanting to be admired, wanting to be validated, wanting to be acknowledged. Those are natural desires that we have, absolutely. And at the same time, when we disconnect ourselves from wanting to have those hits, those dopamine hits, those spectacular inputs, then we are allowed, our spirit allows ourselves to get disconnected a little bit with the outside world so that we can have more space to maintain an inward connection with the inner stillness, and therefore heat up in a beautiful way our spirits so that this light can shine outward and facilitate whatever process we are called to facilitate, including our own. So with that, let us go to our meditation. I'm going to put some music here. So this moment, let's focus on the inner sun that shines brightly at the core of our being. That spark of divine wisdom, that flame which is our spirit, our soul, that resides within. Let us go inward and connect on a deeper level with that inner wisdom, that inner Christ, that inner Buddha, and feel the peace that comes with following this path, following the Tao effortlessly, gently. And we enjoy a few slow, deep and complete breaths in and breaths out. In the same natural and orderly expansion and contraction of the universe, with our conscious will, we expand our universe within. And we contract it as we breathe. And we facilitate this alignment with Tao, with how things happen for every cell of our body. These living beings that are 100% obedient to our will, to our sovereignty. So we offer them our peace, our light, our gentle care. Allow the silence, the stillness of the present moment to nourish our thoughts, our feelings about ourselves, about the situations we are facing and dealing with right now. We shed light on them. We shed this peace, this calm, this lightheartedness onto our challenges. And we see ourselves approaching them with that gentle, calm, receptive state to allow growth, fertility, prosperity, and greater consciousness to whatever comes our way. And so with that, we've just energized ourselves with these intentions, and we go out into the world, ready to face and overcome gently all our challenges. With that intention, I wish you a great rest of your day.